Good morning, everyone. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Elias Gallegos, the face of Fox, filling in for Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico Style.
Good morning, Elias. How are you doing this lovely Thursday morning?
Well, I tell you, it's another day. It comes right after Wednesday.
Oh, you're such a guy. You're such a man. Okay, we've been doing this like 30s people talk. We're wondering, why did people in the old movies, why do they talk like this? You know, I'm such a dame. I'm such a dame. You're such a man. I don't understand what that was all about.
They call me Fast Eddie, even though my name is Sam.
Why did they do that?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think they were on the go.
Well, now you know what we do before we go on the air. We have very strange conversations. Okay, so yesterday we told you that lead between Broadway and 2nd Street was scheduled to be shut down this morning for a week because of a movie shoot. Well, according to the city's website, that remains true, except the street sign says the road closure begins tomorrow. So here's what you need to do. If you take lead, then you can take your chances, or you can take an alternative route starting now.
Yes, the production that's taking over is called Two Guns, which stars Denzel Washington and Mark Wahlberg. It's about a DEA agent and an undercover naval intelligence officer who get set up by the mob.
It's going to be good. I mean, I told you yesterday there was already a sighting of Mark Wahlberg. So if you see any of these stars around, please let us know. We'd love to get him on New Mexico Style. I was thinking this morning, while I was blowing out my hair this morning, I thought, what if Mark Wahlberg turns on the TV while he gets ready this morning, and he turns on Channel 2, and he's watching us talk about him,
Well,
just
hopefully
in case.
he didn't see me say that I could take him in an arm wrestling match.
Oh, hopefully he did see me say, I want you, Dirk Diggler. Please call. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, we actually have more movie news that's coming up in just a few minutes. But right now, I say we shall check in with our own little movie star, Miss News 13's Anchor Elizabeth Alvarez.
Good morning.
Hey. Good morning. We're matchy-matchy today.
I know.
Look at this.
Totally
The yellow, the
sync.
grays.
We didn't even know.
I know it.
You
We
know
thank
something?
you for that.
We channeled you,
There you
Elizabeth.
go.
We had no idea what was going to happen.
Teamwork. Happy Thursday, everyone. We begin talking about Johny Tapia. The Office of the Medical Investigator says a drug overdose did not kill world champion boxer Johny Tapia, but rather heart disease caused by high blood pressure. Tapia died in his home here in Albuquerque back in May. At the time, it was thought he might have overdosed because he had been struggling with drug abuse when he was younger. Now, his wife Teresa is setting the record straight.
People didn't give him the benefit of the doubt. It was just, you know, oh, he died of an overdose. Everyone expected it. Well, that's not what happened. Johnny had a heart that was so big that, you know, he gave out so much of it till like there was nothing left. And I feel that that's the way he went.
A toxicology test found no illegal drugs in Johny Tapia's body. They did find non-toxic levels of a painkiller and other medicine he had been legally prescribed. A one-time prominent attorney turned prison inmate has now turned a free man. And we were there as Carlos Fierro walked out of prison yesterday. He served nearly 4 years locked up for hitting and killing a pedestrian while being drunk in Santa Fe back in 2008.
There's a lot I've learned, a lot I've grown in the last 4 years, and there's a lot I want to do with my life now. There's a lot of changes I've made. So I'm just looking forward to getting started and just living again.
And Fierro tells us he plans to move to California. He won't be practicing law there, though, because his law license has been suspended indefinitely. He says he plans to appeal his conviction. A man who police say they've caught driving drunk over and over again has been sentenced to only probation. Scott Owens admitted in a Santa Fe municipal courtroom yesterday that he drove drunk back in March. The judge gave him a year probation after Owens pleaded guilty to aggravated DWI. The judge also ordered that his ankle monitor be removed. Now, this is the same guy that cops say was drunk when he hit a car full of Santa Fe teenagers in 2009, killing 4 of them. The jury in that case, however, acquitted him of vehicular homicide, and way before that crash, Owens was convicted of DWI in 2001. Big story of the day right now. Republican presidential candidate Mitt Romney is on his way to Hobbs this morning for his first visit here in New Mexico this election season. Romney will be discussing energy at a public event at the Watson Trunk and Supply Company in Hobbs around 10:30 this morning, just in a couple of hours. Then there will be a private lunch at the convention center where donors will fork over $1,000 to $50,000 a plate. President Obama, by the way, visited southeastern New Mexico earlier this year to promote his energy policy. We will have complete campaign coverage throughout the day, both on air and online. Well, it wasn't exactly doing donuts, but the Mars rover Curiosity has successfully taken a test drive on the red planet. Check this out. The rover, which scientists in Los Alamos helped design, rolled forward about 15 feet from the spot where it landed more than 2 weeks ago. It actually left some tracks in the ancient soil there, and you can see how the test move. It kind of wiggled in a series of pictures seen right here. NASA now is hoping to take Curiosity for longer spins this weekend. Love those images. Time now to head back to Nikki and Elias for more on New Mexico style this morning. Happy Thursday, everyone.
Thank
Happy
you.
Thursday, Elizabeth. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Bright and yellow and cheerful. Okay, so, speaking of being bright and yellow and all these different colors we're wearing, we're getting into a brand new season, and you want to make an impression in the hottest trends of the season. People's Style Watch is actually revealing the top 10 fall must-haves.
And they won't break the bank. Many items are under just $100.
That's really good news. Style Watch editor Kristen Maxwell joins us this morning with trends for every figure and every budget, and I love to hear that. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
We're great. Thanks for joining us. It's already, it's still very warm out, but it's starting to feel fall-like. We're getting into that new season, and I'm really curious what color is making the statement right now.
Of course, we saw all of the brights for spring and summer, but the jewel tones are really hot for fall, the biggest of them being hunter green. And a really easy way to incorporate hunter green into your wardrobe is with accessories. Handbags are such an easy way, and who doesn't want an excuse to buy a new handbag? This is London Fog. It's $150, and this is just so roomy, so durable. This is going to be your go-to bag this fall. It's got the double handles up top. It has the long strap. It's so versatile. But if you're looking for something that's maybe a little bit more appropriate for a night out, we have this Ivanka Trump bag. It's $125. It's a little bit more feminine, a little bit chicer, and it's got the long, gold strap. It just looks super feminine and super sophisticated for fall.
The way you just described the bag is exactly the way I describe Ivanka. She's sophisticated and she's classy and she's slender, and you know what I mean? And
Absolutely.
Her stuff is so feminine, just like she is. I love her stuff. And
Well, I'm a little bit out of my element here, but I do need to ask you.
What?
What about shoes? I know, man. We love sexy shoes on women, but is higher better?
uncomfortable.
Of course. Our feet are not getting a break this fall.
Great.
But there are so many exciting shoe trends. One being patent leather. Leather is such a durable fabric for shoes, but it's gotten a little twist this season. So this is patent leather. This is Joan and David. This is just $130. And Nikki, that's a bargain when it comes to shoes. And then we also have the Stuart Weitzman. These are $385.
I love Stuart
These
Weitzman.
are just going to instantly update so many pieces that you already have in your closet. Your LBD, a nice pair of skinny jeans. Another great trend is this menswear inspired trend when it comes to shoes. We saw the flat loafers for spring, and now they're getting a bit more sophisticated, a bit more feminine. These are Joe Fresh. They're just $99. They have the stiletto heel and the pointy toe. I know, amazing. These are going to look so elegant and so polished for the office.
I was going to say that's such a good work look, and I like that it's male inspired, but still very sexy and feminine at the same time. And then I know as we talk about accessories, go ahead. What were you saying?
It's a great neutral color, so it's going to go with so many things.
Yeah, absolutely. The neutral
good.
colors are big. And also, when you talk about accessories, I was just going to ask you, what jewelry will add the dramatic flair to our outfits?
Sure. Well, it's one of my favorites. I'm sporting it right now, but it's this colorful jeweled necklace. And again, you can find these trends at so many different price points. This one is Lidell NYC. It's just $78.
Wow.
This is going to update, again, pieces you already have in your closet. Put this on with a crew neck sweater, and it's going to instantly make your outfit fall ready. If you're looking for more of an investment piece, this is Badgley Mishka. It's $395. But again, you can get these trends at all different prices.
Right. And that's the thing, as we said at the top. I love the fact that there's something for every budget, because everybody has everybody can spend differently. And one quick more question. When you look at the actual clothes themselves, are you finding that solids, patterns, polka dots, what are you seeing more for the season? Thank you.
I mean, solids are huge in those jewel tones, but really that's the great thing about fashion right now is almost anything goes. Anything you have in your closet, just choose one of these pieces to update what you already own, and it's just going to instantly feel fresh for fall.
Oh, fabulous. Well, I like that color you're bringing. So I know, like you said, it was a little bit brighter during the summertime, and now we're going into some of the more
jewel tones. Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, jewel tones.
Now, what about the neutrals?
Your burgundies, your navies.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry?
And so neutrals too, things like bones and browns and those colors too?
Of course, those always seem to be reoccurring for fall.
Good.
They're just easy pieces to wear.
Perfect. Well, Kristen, this has been very, very helpful. Thank you so much for your time and your expertise.
Thank you.
Fun, huh? See, it's fun to talk about fashion.
As well, yeah.
I love it. But it is true. The guys do like us in the higher heels. And listen, hey, it's slimming. You know me. I love my high shoes. But at the end of the day, it's just not comfortable.
Well, I have to say though that hearing $130 high heels, that's a good deal.
That's a really good deal.
I didn't know that's a good deal.
You didn't? Oh, are you being sarcastic?
Yes, I am.
Oh, no, it's a good deal. If they're good. Well, you know what? But again, you can sometimes find a bargain. You can find a pair of shoes on sale sometimes right here at Dillard's or at one of the local stores.
I mean, what am I saying? LeBron James just released a shoe for $316.
Oh, that's all?
But apparently, it helps your jump shot fall more consistently. So I'm going to have to look into that.
Priorities.
See, but it's functional, though.
Priorities, see? Okay, now getting back to the story, we kind of touched on Johny Tapia a little bit in the news, but Johny Tapia's wife, Teresa, says that 2 movies about her husband are in the works right now. One is a documentary, and the other is a feature film, and that is set to start shooting next January right here in Albuquerque.
That's right. We hear that Shiloh Fernandez has been tapped to play Johnny in the movie. He starred in Red Riding Hood, and you'll see him again soon in the remake of The Evil Dead.
Interesting. Oh, look at him. Yeah, okay.
I
mean, he's a little prettier. Johnny's a little more, rougher around the edges,
Johnny was pretty enough.
Yeah, well, I guess so. But I mean, you know what I mean, like the Hollywood pretty. I guess they're gonna edge him up, give him a little edge. You got to do that. Well, as an actor.
Sure.
Once you get into that character and into the role and into makeup, everything changes. Speaking of movies, if you've ever wanted to see the site where Transformers and Terminator Salvation were filmed here in Albuquerque, now's your chance. The city wants your input on a master plan to develop the old rail yards and will be raffling off chances to tour the film location.
There are 3 meetings scheduled, and you just have to show up to be eligible for the raffle. The first meeting is tonight at 6 at the National Hispanic Cultural Center. The other 2 are on Saturday.
How cool. Very, very cool. I did that tour with the ABQ trolley, and they take you through there, and they do mention, this is a site where the movies were filmed. So I think it's cool, and it's fun to have all these tourist attractions. It's like our own little Universal Studios here.
I agree. Well, I've said this before. This studio where we shoot New Mexico Style, they shot portions of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, so that's kind of cool too.
It is. Okay, now changing subjects a little bit. We're going to education a little.
All right.
Okay, Elias, you went to UNM, right?
Yes.
So did your parents drop you off at school?
Yes, they did.
They did?
Yeah, my mom took me to college.
Aww.
And anyone who drives from Santa Fe to Albuquerque knows that it takes about an hour to get there. It took us like almost 5 days to get to Albuquerque. She had to stop and take pictures of me along the way.
Aww.
Talk to me about the birds and the bees.
Oh, did she do that? See,
yeah.
That's fun. It's ironic. It's very similar, parallel, because my mom took me to college, and I went to Rutgers University, which was about 45 to an hour away from where I lived in New Jersey. And my mom took me, and, my mom is very overprotective. And she likes to help make friends for me because everybody ends up liking my mom. But everybody wants to be her friend. Okay. But then she'll come in my room and say, "You don't want to be friends with the girl in the room to the right and the girl in the room on the left. She's going to give you a hard time. Just warning you." But she was pretty cool. How about your mom? Did she offer you, anything exciting or?
Yeah, she was really, really worried about me going to college, and she chose the most inopportune times to try to give me protection in terms of. Prophylactics and that nature. It was very embarrassing. I was like, "Mom, stop, no."
Well, I'm sure other people can relate to that because maybe that's the time. You're going to college. You're blushing a little bit. Now, dropping your kid off at college obviously can be an emotional time for a parent. Clearly, sometimes making decisions to talk about things they had never talked about before. But Modern Manners guy Richie Freeman says parents need to just let them go and let them grow.
I agree. And Fox's news correspondent Anna Koyman has more.
When he was born, I was thinking, wow, this is a huge commitment. It's going to cramp my lifestyle, and now I'm going, where did it go? Where'd the time go? I'm really sad.
For many parents, dropping kids off at college is an emotional milestone, and for some, letting go can be a long, drawn-out process. But Modern Manners guy Richie Freeman says parents need to be prepared to say goodbye. He says to set your child up, help put the dorm room together, even go out to a final lunch or dinner, but after that, it's time to go.
Let your child socialize. They're on their own for the first time, many of them for the first time in their lives. All the other kids are excited and getting ready to go out and meet each other, and this is the best time for you to step back and let them be on their own.
Freeman says not to be your child's agent. Let them branch out and meet new people on their own.
Let them meet their roommate and talk to the roommate and make their own friends by themselves. You do not have to worry about making their own play dates anymore.
When moving your child into a dorm, Freeman says it's best to follow the rules and remain calm.
You have to use the elevator with everyone else. You have to let people go ahead of you. Look at this as the way the world really works, and you're using your manners and you're taking your time. Patience is key, and just go with the flow.
You may have paid for everything in your college student's dorm room, but let them set it all up.
This is how they're going to be grooming into being an adult. They need to learn how to be on their own, and they need to learn what they like and how they live every day.
Freeman also says parents need to remember their college student is not the center of the universe as they take their first steps into adulthood. Don't expect new roommates in the school to accommodate every need of your child. In New York, Anna Koyman, Fox News.
Good advice, and good luck, of course, to all of the students that are beginning.
And congratulations.
Yeah, beginning their college careers. It's an amazing time. And, you know, it's also a good time for weather. It's a little cooler
It's
today.
changing, yeah.
I say we check in with meteorologist John Smith.